So we're in Clovis, California. We just finished installing a Bradford White 40-gallon natural gas water heater. You can see your model number and serial number right here. You go ahead and get that. Take it to bradfordwhite.com. They'll have a warranty registration form you can fill out there, full name, street address, things like that. Give them that model number, serial number, get your warranty going on the product, and that way they know where it's installed. This is one of the newer versions. This is the newest that I've seen, Bradford White sets. This is all I set, unless someone requests a different brand. But this controller is new. It's a Honeywell, and that's the first time I've seen it. So this is one of the most recent builds from Bradford White. So anyways, let's start at the top. As per contract, actually we didn't put it in the contract, but we did give them a verbal over the phone. So my handshake is, hopefully my word is my bond and not a junk bond. But so quarter turn shutoff valves, first thing we did. The old valves, multi-turn, those tend to drip, and then you have water damage down below. So quarter turn off, quarter turn on. It's a 3/4 full port. What we did is we took off the old soldered on valve and put an adapter on, piped up Teflon tape, screwed it on, a little brass nipple down to a stainless steel connector. So this is from Falcon Stainless Steel. They're the largest in the industry, 0.725 inside diameter. They're ultra flexible. You can take them apart, straighten them out, use them over and over again. You might have to replace the gaskets occasionally, every 15, 20 years, something like that. But this is what we like. This is what we use. Down to a brass connector. So this is a female by male coupling. What we like to do is the top of these nipples that stub out of the water heater, they have a heat trap that's integrated into that nipple. And it's plastic. It sticks up over the top, and it causes an imperfect seal between the gasket on the stainless steel connector and the nipple. And sometimes you got to over tighten them. We don't like that, so we just spend the extra money, a little bit of brass right there, put it in, and typically no leaking whatsoever. So same thing on the hot side. It was soldered on the old corrugated copper line. One end you solder on, the other end has a nut on it, so we just put an adapter on, Falcon stainless steel connector down to this side, and again, there's that brass coupling. So everything, we're looking up here, no leaking, no leaks, no runs, no errors, that's good. Monitor this as well as all of the plumbing in your home. You want to get after it before water damages anything. So, occasionally just come out here and take a look at these nuts, run your finger around if you want. Be mindful of this. If it's just heated water, this is going to be hot, so don't get yourself burned up here. Anyway, so that's done. Brand new piece of pipe here, draft diverter, comes with the water heater, and then we've just got a little piece of Amerivent right there. It's a 3-inch single wall pipe, a couple of offset 90s there, up to the existing dual wall B vent, which is installed. There is a little puck piece stuck right there. That's existing vent, wouldn't come out, so we just cut it and utilized it. That's up in a bonnet, so that's not a full flashing that penetrates with a storm cap and collar. It's got the bonnet, so it just slips up into there, and then the heat and the expelled gas dissipates into the air. Relief valve comes with the unit, little nipple right there. We do use iron pipe on this because it's not potable water. You're not drinking out of this, bathing out of this. You might pop this off once a year to drain it, but there's no problem with this. This will last the duration of this water heater. Down to another Falcon stainless steel connector, and then another adapter we soldered on. That was, again, a copper sweat by nutted corrugated supply. So Falcon stainless steel down to that. So that's all good up here. Upper third, we've got adjustable strap. And then lower third, we've got an adjustable strap. That's code, and that's contract. And then down here, we did give you a brand new corrugated stainless steel. And it's got a nice coating on there, connector. So it's half inch by 24. I think that'll burn like 65,000 BTUs, that supply line. And this is a 38 or a 40,000 BTU. It's a 40,000 BTU unit. So plenty of gas flow through there. We're leaving it hot. And the reason we leave it there, that's approximately 120 degrees. You can see right here the little sign, scalding risk increases with hotter water. Be mindful of that. That's 120. At A, 130, B, 140, C, 150, very hot, 160. At B, 140, third degree burns, 3 seconds, you're going to the hospital. So if you have little ones, or someone else's little ones, or anybody that comes in, you got a faucet, open it up, something bad's going to happen. If you have problems in the home at a shower or a sink that's a single lever, has a cartridge in it, instead of coming out here and turning this up, you may have a problem in the home. So I've come out to homes and I've seen this turned all the way up to very hot, because they're saying the hot water, it won't stay hot at a fixture. So call us and let us know first. We'll try and figure something else out before you crank this thing up. So that's it for the water heater. We did include the pan here. They already had some water damage around here. I would, and this is just me, what I would do, I would demo back the sheetrock around here. You can let it dry certainly, but you can already see black mold. There's no way for this to dry out, or the inside of the cabinet to dry out, so you can certainly leave it. but it may end up being a health hazard. Totally up to you. It is out in the garage, so it's ventilated, but you don't want stagnant mold sitting around. This will dry out, but typically we tear this back, when we're doing a full platform rebuild, which we weren't today. Open it up, let it breathe, let the floor dry out, the framing, and then just come back. You can certainly use OSB just like this, 7/16 OSB, full sheets, $10. Have them cut it to the dimensions you want, measure it, have them cut that piece, cover it back up, and you're done. Because this is half-inch drywall, so you could get that off there easily and do that if you would like. If not, totally up to you. But we did get the pan in here. It's a 24-inch pan, fits in there real nice, and then of course a 1-inch stub out, a little 90. Dropping straight down, just so we could get a transition to here before penetrating the wall. So 3/4 90, stubbing out, little caulking right there. Outside we've got full caulking. We just squirted the snot out of it all the way into the wall. So you've got caulking in the styrofoam, you've got caulking in the stucco, and then a nice cover plate. We've got a 3/4 inch escutcheon covering it so that it looks nice out there. So be mindful of this too. Don't bump it around too much. It's pretty durable. It's Schedule 40 PVC, but if you hit it hard enough, you could crack that. Not a big deal. The thing is, if you crack it and something happens, it'll drain on the floor. But because sheetrock is down on the floor, you always run the risk of it. You can see that sheetrock will just draw that water up into it. So that's done. So everything out here is correct. The burner is off, which means you have full hot water right now. Outside of that, this installation is done.